The Unit Outlines tool is built into UWA's LMS and provides a simple and straightforward way for you to build a unit outline for your unit. You'll find a link to the Unit Outline Builder in the left-hand sidebar of your LMS unit, right above the Unit Outline link that's visible to students. Don't worry though, the builder itself isn't visible to students by default. The Unit Outline Builder will open in a new window. You may need to disable your pop-up blocker or wait for the Open in New Window link to appear, depending on your computer. If you can't see the link to the Unit Outline Builder, it's pretty straightforward to add one. Just click the small plus sign on the top left of your unit, click on Tool Link, type Unit Outline Builder into the title field, and choose the Unit Outlines tool from the drop-down menu. Click Submit to add a link. It'll appear down the bottom of your sidebar, and then you can drag it up to the top where it belongs. From there, you can click on it just as if it had been included there by default. Once you're in the Unit Outline Builder, we recommend starting at the top and working your way to the bottom. It might also help if you have your past unit outline for this unit on hand to copy and paste information if you need it. The first thing to do is to make sure that your contact information is present and up to date. If you need to remove previous information, you can do that by clicking the red button up the top right of the box. And you can add another staff member to your unit outline by typing their name or their staff number into the search field and clicking the search button. You must have at least one unit coordinator added to your unit to submit your unit outline to the LMS, so make sure that this field is filled out before you finish. The next section down will allow you to set the teaching period for your unit. This should be copied in by default, but make sure that it's correct, and if it's not, you can change it by typing the appropriate teaching period into the box and clicking search. The year field will be filled out automatically based on the teaching period you've chosen. Once you've double-checked your teaching period, you should also set your teaching mode for this unit. Select face-to-face blended learning if you'll be using physical classes in your unit. If your class is taught purely online, you can select the online only option. The unit information field will allow you to describe your unit in a little bit more detail. Your unit description from Katie will also be displayed in the outline, so make sure you're not unnecessarily duplicating information. UWA's lecture capture policy applies the same way to all units at UWA, so this field can't be edited. If you think your unit needs an exemption to the lecture capture policy, contact your Associate Dean of Teaching and Learning. The remaining fields in this section can be used to give your students a better idea of how you'll be teaching and how your unit's going to run during semester. You can include up to 3 assessment items in your unit. To remove an assessment item, click the small red X icon on the right-hand side. To add a new one, click the Add Record icon down the bottom. Make sure that your weightings add up to 100%, that you've set an appropriate deadline, that you've told students how they need to submit, and that you've listed which learning outcomes each assessment will be covering. If for whatever reason your unit doesn't require assessment, you can check the Unit Doesn't Require Assessment box to skip this section. If you have assessments with multiple parts, you'll need to list those elsewhere in your LMS unit, as no more than 3 assessments can be added to the unit outline. The next step is to create a schedule for your unit. Add as many weeks or sessions as you need using the Add Record button, and then fill out each one with a starting date, the topic for the week, any preparation that students need to complete, whether or not they have an assessment due that week, and any other notes you wish to add. You can rearrange weeks using the up and down arrows on the right-hand side, and remove them using the red cross icon. Finally, you'll need to set out your unit's requirements. Let students know what the policy on participation is, if there is any particular referencing style or tool that they're expected to use, and if there are recommended or required texts that they'll need access to. If there's anything else you need to include, such as faculty or school-specific policies or requirements from an external regulator, you can list them in the Other section. You can save a draft of your unit outline at any time and come back to it later even if it's not finished, but you won't be able to submit to the LMS until all fields are complete. Any required fields that you've missed will be marked in red. Once your outline is complete, check the Unit Update Completed box before hitting Submit. Unit outlines should be completed 1 week before semester starts, and you'll no longer be able to edit them once teaching has begun. If you do need to make any changes to your unit outline after this date, contact your Associate Dean for Teaching and Learning. If you encounter any technical problems with the form, contact help-elearning@uwa.edu.au.